and welcome back to another episode of Vino y la Verdad, hosted by the ladies of Wine and Wisdom 5. Hi, ladies. How are you?
Hi.
Hello.
How's everything?
Wonderful.
What's
Just peachy.
Ready to share some vino y verdad.
Yes. Me too. I got my fake vino.
Salud.
Please. I think we
But
all
I'm
do
full of a
today.
lot of verdad. Cheers, guys. So I'm excited to say that we're getting closer to our live show, December 12th. Are you
Yes.
guys excited?
Oh my
Super
gosh.
excited.
I'm beyond excited. I'm so nervous, but excited at the same time. All the information will launch hopefully by the end of this week. So it'll be on our website. You can check it out at eventbrite.com and sobs.com. So I can't wait for us to do that together.
Yes. It's
I
going to be
can't wait.
amazing.
Yes, it's going to be a lot of fun.
It is. It's going to be a lot of fun, So today we're going to be discussing second chances, right? Giving people second chances, asking people for second chances. Do we deserve second chances? Does a person earn a second chance, or do you just give them a second chance? What do you guys think?
Good questions.
I think it needs to be earned. Because you give it the first time. You better treasure it when it's given to you the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And that's my opinion. And the second time you have to earn it.
Agree.
I agree with that.
And I believe that it's not everything and everyone that deserve a second chance, right?
Right.
Certain scenarios, certain situations, let's call it that, I think deserve, not all.
What scenarios would you refer to in that case?
So, for example, sort of like what Jesse said, like you got to earn it, but let's say you're in a relationship and you've given your 100% and you've been lied to and cheated on and constantly lied to for all that time you've been in that relationship. That person doesn't deserve a second chance. Because if while you were in that relationship, you constantly ask, be honest, be sincere, something doesn't seem right, something is off, and you were constantly being told, no, everything is fine, everything's fine, then how do you go back to trusting or believing that person once you find out it was always a lie?
That's
People
true.
do it though. People do it.
People do it.
I guess is, it falls down to it's a personal choice, right? Like, it depends on what experience you're having, and I don't know. I mean, in a situation like you just said, Gloria, I don't think I would provide a second chance.
Right. Like, you know, for example, marriage, right? Marriage is a little different, especially if you have kids and, you know, I guess the longer, whatever. I know I gave my marriage a second chance. It wasn't worth it because it still didn't work out, but I tried. I tried. So that's why I don't believe that certain things deserve second chances. I'm a true believer that once that taza se rompió, tú no la puedes pegar. Porque no te vas a poder beber el té, no vas a poder beber el agua, no vas a poder beber el café, no vas a poder beber nada porque está rota and it's going to drip. So it's the same thing with a relationship. Sorry, just my way of thinking.
Yeah, and even if
Call me bruja. I don't care.
Even that example of the taza, you know, if you do pegar the pieces together, tú todavía, you still see those cracks.
The cracks. You still see the cracks, and it's still gonna caerse whatever you're drinking in it.
No,
it never fits the same again.
Never.
No,
it never fits the same again.
No.
And you know, there's another saying that actually a good friend of the mom of a good friend of mine taught me one time. I was going through a breakup, and she was like, "¿Por qué tú lloras?" And I was like, because I'm hurting. And she's like, no. She's like, la basura que tú botas por la noche. Al otro día, tú sacas la comida esa basura y te la comes. And I was like, no. She was like, lo que se bota, no se recoge.
That's right. That's right.
La basura que tú botas, no se recoge. She's like, no estés llorando.
Right.
She was like, let it go.
Other little things I would say, like in friends, if there's a disagreement, if there's a misunderstanding, or even in relationships, right? Then that's different. That deserves a second chance. In anything, in any scenario, let's say, like I said, friends, family, relationships, work, if it's something that both parties want to mend and fix or work at, then yes. That deserves second chances. But things that is just one party trying to fix or mend, it doesn't deserve a second chance. It doesn't work.
No. Yeah. No. And I think you also have, aside from relationships, you also have personal second chances.
Right.
You know, there's a quote by Tia Mowry that she says, every day is your second chance.
Amen. Absolutely.
Right. So
it's a new beginning.
It's a new beginning. So I think it's also on how you look at things, because some people think, oh, I failed at this, I don't have a chance, you know, like I don't have a second chance to do it all over again. But you do have a second chance. You know, it depends on how you want to perceive it and how hungry you are for that opportunity or whatever it is that you're trying to.
And new beginnings a lot of times are second chances, right?
Yes, 100%.
Changes are second chances.
Ending of things are second chances.
Yes.
Right.
Letting go of the past is having second chances. Letting go of toxics, whether it's tóxico or tóxica. You know, that's part, I believe, of second chances. And, you know, like you said, Francis, I think every day life, God, or whatever you believe in, gives us a second chance to start fresh or start new or start over or whatever you want to call it. Career-wise, right? You get second chances to grow every day, change your paths, to want more, to become more knowledgeable. So, absolutely. Man, this is a deep topic. Salud.
Salud. I see it this way. Sorry, Jessica. No. I see it this way. If God let you wake up every day, if God let you wake up this morning, that's a second chance, a new beginning at whatever you want to try, a new beginning.
Amen.
You know, whether you want to wear your hair curly or straight, whether you want to wear red lipstick or not, whether you want to, you know, decorate your house or not decorate your house. It's an opportunity for something new. Whether you want to take that opportunity, that's on you. If you don't, then that's also on you, right?
Right.
Jessica,
Agree.
what are you gonna say?
You know, I just think it's, you know, like basically what you were saying is it's a personal choice of what you do with your time, what you do with your days, what you do with your second chances, with your growth. You know, it just depends on, you know, what your goals you have set up for yourself, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And, you know, we're discussing second chances on this episode today, because today I'm happy to say that we have Jerry Diaz and Modi Foca, a social media influencer, content creator, comedian, actor, friend. He's part of the Room 28 troupe, and he is also the host of Bodega Makeover.
Hey.
So he gives grocery store owners a second chance.
He's like the Hell's Kitchen to bodegas.
Yes, to bodegas. Exactly. So we are super excited. It's going to be a fun and funny episode to have him on. So we're going to be right back with our Pero Porque Why segment with Jerry Diaz. We'll be right back.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our Pero Porque Why segment with the one and only Jerry Diaz and Modi Foca.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, ladies?
Welcome.
I have to look grown up for you guys.
We
Yeah.
see.
I wish I would have
Yeah.
known. I would have worn like a gown. and a
Oye, thank God I
tiara.
left my work clothes on
Me-
tonight.
Me bañé, me peiné, you
Ya
know.
veo, ya
Hoy no es
veo.
sábado.
No. It's for you guys. There you go. It's for you. Now you know it's for you. No es sábado, no me toca.
Echaste colonia, déjame huelete.
Oh, well, you
Maria,
you
¿estás?
can't get over Zoom. So we like, I'm going to say yes.
Smell-o-vision, smell-o-vision.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
are you, honey?
I'm good. I'm happy to be here. I'm honored to be here. Thank you for having me, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much.
We're excited
Thank
to
you.
have you.
Thank
We're
you.
so excited to have you. Tell us about your show, Bodega Makeover. We're actually talking about second chances today. And
Right.
how people
Chances.
deserve second chances, or if they
Yes.
don't deserve second chances. So your show is kind of like all about that.
Yeah, I mean, well, because especially to the creator of the show, shout out to Evelyn Brito, a Dominican filmmaker, woman. So as soon as I heard that, I jumped on board with the project. And then to know, like, basically, we are trying to get rid of food deserts in our, in low-income neighborhoods. We're trying to bring healthier foods. And yeah, we really are giving these bodegas a second chance as far as like to survive in these communities. If you know bodegas, they always have something, they have numeritos or maybe illegal stuff or whatever, because, at the end of the day, you can't really survive selling, potato chips for 25 cents. That's not, and like, gummy bears and stuff. So we
They're
come
doing
in.
carne frita with totones.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Some of them got the chopped cheese and stuff, whatever. But for the most part, like, we want to come in and at the end of the day, we want to like not only come in and like fix these bodegas and make them better, but we also want them to be able to sustain it, have a real chance at sustaining it. So we teach them financial literacy. We teach them about insurance. So it's not just a thing where when we see other makeover shows, you see they come in, they make it real pretty, and okay, bye. We leave you where you are. We really are. We do want to really put a footprint into the communities. Like we really do want to make a change, and a lot of it has to do with what you consume in your body, and a lot of times we have to consume what's there, not necessarily what's the best for us. So that's what we're trying to do a little bit. I've made it a personal mission of mine now. Like this is something that's important to me. I got kids, so in these neighborhoods, there's not like that's why we have all these, and especially what just happened with COVID. Like we could tell like people weren't eating the right stuff, and they're not, and that a lot of that was a major part of why a lot of people weren't surviving it and going through because of the health issues. And then a lot of that has to do financial disparity and socioeconomic stuff. But one little thing at a time. We our pilot episode in Boston, we went up to a predominantly Black neighborhood in Roxbury, Massachusetts, and
I know Roxbury.
yeah, and now at the beginning they were like, "Yo, what's going on here? Why you got fruits?" And now they have a smoothie bar. Like
Oh, wow.
yeah. So
That's
it's like we
awesome.
really made a dramatic change there. Which is great, which is the whole object of what we're trying to do, what we're doing. Yeah.
So walk us down through your process. Like how long does it take to actually make it over for the bodega?
Well, the first one, became a major endeavor because we did everything in house, meaning like we had to get the sponsorship for everything, from the refrigerators to the tiles to and it was trying to get people to do donations and sponsorships. And so that was a process that took months, probably a year, more than a year. When we got everything lined up and ready to go, we started filming. Boom, COVID hit. Had to put everything on pause. So we ended up having to reconvene in the summer, once like things settled down a little bit, reconvene in the summer of 2020, I believe. And we ended up actually filming and building and fixing and all that. So all of that whole process took, I'm going to say, about 2 months. But a lot of it has to deal with, a lot of it is more of the politics behind the scenes, trying to get the sponsors and people to donate stuff. And that's the tough part, Yeah,
sponsorshipping is hard.
Yeah, but at this point, what we're trying to do is, we have some executive producers. I don't want to divulge too much right now because I don't know exactly what's going on, but there is some good news as far as like some of the money issues that we had for the first pilot. Like that's kind of out the way because we do have some executive, and it's pretty big name, you know, when can't wait to release that name when it happens, you know. Let's just say it's I could give a clue. It's the father, it's the father of the most famous person in Washington Heights.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, so
Very good.
yeah, so
That's
you know,
awesome.
so
He's actually a very huge, big community advocate.
he's a
Yeah,
huge
he is.
politician, you know.
Huge community
Yes.
advocate.
So it's him getting behind it would be, you know, getting behind this has been a very big, like, you know, an encouraging thing. So that all, you know, and having that name around also helps get the set
Yeah.
certain
A
things.
little bit, just a little bit.
A little
because
bit.
That's, you know,
Gucci.
Yeah.
Gucci.
So we're
that
trying to
name,
bring it,
you know.
you know, that's why I'm not
Gucci.
trying to be like Baltimore here and not say his name, but you know what's up. But yeah, no, I mean, we're excited and we're trying to bring it to New York. I know we're gonna do one in New York. This is what, you know,
Nice.
I don't mind Boston, but you know, I traveling got crazy, so I rather, like, you know, and we have a lot more.
Yeah, you gotta bring it home. Bring it home.
Yeah, we got bodegas here, you know. So
Yeah.
that's part of that.
100%. It's
Yeah.
true what you say. A lot of people, you know, healthy eating is expensive. And a lot of people say, no, it's not. Yes, it is. It's
Yes, it
very
is.
expensive. You know, if you want to buy everything organically, you know, vegetables now, you know, are expensive. And even if
Everything.
you want to get, you know, oat milk or almond milk, it's expensive,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean,
So with a
it's
family of, with a
No, I'm
family
sorry.
of 4 or 5 and they want to, you know, eat healthier, it is expensive.
It is.
So,
It is.
you know,
Evelyn had to get, you know, Evelyn, the creator, Evelyn Brito, she had to get on a bus and like travel something like 40 minutes cross town to get to like an actual supermarket from where she lived because she had a kid and their kid actually enjoyed vegetables, you know. And then I was living in East Harlem, and you guys, my daughter, I decided like I was gonna make all the food for my kid. I ended up making it, but getting the vegetables and things, like I would have to go down to, like, you know, the Blanquito neighborhood and get like the
Hey.
all that stuff, you know. But because that's the fresh ones,
yeah, it's true.
So I had to.
Loco, you better start growing that shit in the backyard.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I was trying, but you know.
Una matita.
Yeah.
Una matica la veo in the window. And shit.
Look, estas son mi piña, mira, they coming soon.
Ay, va a crecer.
But you know us, you know, we get carried away, right? Because then we're like, no, I have a mata de aguacate, that one.
Yeah.
And then comes the coconut tree.
There you go.
Lo mango.
So how do you, you know, implement healthy foods in a bodega? Because like if you're gonna go, let's say to the Bronx, right? People go
Right.
get their chopped cheese with a Snapple because it's like $3.50. Right?
Well, you know, right, exactly.
right.
That's one of the
And
prices.
that's
how
exactly what it
how do
is.
you implement
Right.
healthy eating in low income neighborhoods and hope that they can maintain that lifestyle?
For us, it's really connecting, let's say, farmers directly to the stores. So there's not that middleman and more, you know, because there are local farmers now growing stuff in pretty much all major cities. You know, they have their little gardens or whatever. So that's a big step as far as, like, you know, jumping that. And then also, like, you know, it's one of those things where it's not, you know, chopped cheese, like all that stuff. Like, you don't have to stop eating that stuff. That stuff is great, but it shouldn't be the only thing that you eat, or,
Right.
you know,
Or
the thing that you
every day.
consistently eat. Right. So every once in a while, like, it's not, you know, it's hard to get, I mean, especially as adults, to even change habits. But if you start incorporating certain vegetables and you teach people how to incorporate those certain vegetables, or even just like, hey, instead of buying a, you know, tropical fantasy for 50 cents, you know, there's a coconut water, or like, you know, regular water, you know, just mineral water, something like that. Just those are little things. And again,
Small changes.
Right. You know, and those go a long way. And, you know, a lot of it goes hand in hand with the sponsorships, you know, the sponsorships that we made. You know, we first probably we had Coco Vito, Vita Coco, whatever, and they had like coconut water and every, you know, I was like, chill, I don't want that stomach ache. But the thing is, at least it was teaching people, you know, like, hey, there's alternatives to like always having to buy sweets. You know, hey, instead of candy, there's some grapes, there's bananas, there's stuff that you can still get your sweet tooth on without it having to be unhealthy. Yeah.
I think people actually want to eat healthy and want healthy options. It's just, you know,
it's more expensive.
Yeah.
And they're not there. You go to a bodega, The first
Right.
thing you see is Little Debbie cakes and, you know,
Right.
And the chips.
Right.
and then the places that do have vegetables, you grab them, you smell them, it's like they're old, it's bad. It's not the
Yeah.
same. You're not,
Right.
it's not very encouraging for you to go down that path and start eating that way.
Right.
So,
Agree.
I'm trying to change it a little bit, you know?
That's awesome.
So
That's
I
that's
very
think that is awesome.
try to give your body a second chance. Speaking of second chance, you know, give your body.
Right.
So speaking of second chances, our
Yeah.
previous conversation was, who deserves a second chance? So do we feel people should get second chances, or do they earn second chances?
Ooh.
Te gustó eso.
Ooh, coño, that one little word, earn. Man, yes, I lose.
Salud.
Yes. You know,
Piensa, piensa, piensa.
really thinking about it, right? I mean, every circle you can't like slap something across the board because you know everything has, you know, there's exceptions to the rule, as they
There
say.
you go.
And it all depends. You know, I think it all comes down to the tolerance of the person that's giving the second chance. That's more important than maybe even the person that's asking or if they deserve it. Like, even if they deserve a second chance, can the person that got crossed get over it in the first place? So maybe that
Right.
second chance wasn't in order.
There you
anyway,
go.
Right.
You know, and as far as earning, I mean, yeah, I mean, it depends. That's a very subjective word. Some people feel they've earned their, you know, there's people that think they've earned things, you know, and it's there's a sense of entitlement sometimes that comes with that word that maybe doesn't belong in the conversation. But yeah, there is times where people have put in work and they are really trying hard, and you know, there are merits to getting a second chance. I think again, it all depends on the person giving. It all comes down to the person giving the second chance. What is their tolerance level? Because there's people that won't, you know, you mess with me once, that's it, it's over. And I told you that from the beginning. So it's not even about earning a second chance. You knew coming in that it was a one and done deal, you know?
Right. I like how you phrase that.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Salud pa esa vaina,
Yeah.
because that's
Yes.
exactly what I said.
Yes.
If I warned you from the beginning,
Yeah.
and I told you what the outcome would be,
Because you
don't think it's gonna be all right.
You just
Yeah, 'cause a lot
earned
of
the
people-
second visit on the show.
There you go. No, but it's all about it's all about the tolerance, you know, it's all about the tolerance.
It's true. It's true. There's a
No.
quote that says, a second chance doesn't mean anything if you don't learn from the first.
And
Absolutely.
also,
True.
how big was your first mistake? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
there's certain mistakes you do have to wear on your sleeve for the rest of your life.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you know, especially like, I mean, you know, there's crime and punishment, you know, there's penal laws and stuff like that. But even then, like, you know, people say, you know, does the punishment fit the crime and stuff like that? You know, there's certain people, like,
Every
if you commit
situation
certain
is a
crimes,
different
yeah,
scenario.
you gotta wear that. Like, yo, yeah, you got to report yourself in every neighborhood that you move to because of what, you know,
Yeah.
and
Right.
you may have changed and you're not the same no more. And maybe
Right.
you have to do that to community so people can see that you have changed. But, you know,
Right.
as much as
Right.
people change, people don't really change all the time, you know?
It's
No.
Yeah.
They changed for a couple of weeks. And then they're
Yeah.
back at it.
No me están viendo. All right, I'm going to go back to my shit.
It's true.
Because, yeah, I cooled off.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
almost like when you put a kid on punishment, right? And you tell you're gonna punish them for a month, and because
Best
if you
behavior.
do it for a week, then you
Yeah.
take them off the punishment. Guess what? That kid is gonna do that same shit
Like,
again that
That's
you
right.
took them off the punishment for
Right.
because you didn't
Right.
keep your part in keeping them for a month.
Yeah.
You see what we
I'm
learned
just
as
saying, from a
children?
mother point of view.
It's true.
It's true, though. It's true. It's true.
That's very true. There are things that you have to wear on your sleeve. I didn't think of it that way.
Even if you get a second chance. I mean, look,
Right.
there's a lot of people that have committed crimes and they did it when they were 18, 19. And yeah, they shouldn't have to wear that. They're, you know, if they
Right.
stole it, but like, you know, when it comes to like you physically hurt somebody or sexually
Right.
assaulted somebody, those are kind of things that, you know, for you to break that threshold in the first place, it takes so much that it's
Mhm.
kind of be hard for people to even like, oh yeah, this is a normal guy. Yeah.
Right.
You know, you have to build yourself
Well,
up.
he didn't mean to.
He didn't mean to. Hey, pobre.
But he did it 4 times.
Ay,
times.
Jesús.
Ay, Dios mío.
Why he keep doing it though? Why he keep-
Pero porque why? Like our segment. Pero
Pero
porque
porque
why?
why?
Pero porque why?
Oh my God.
It's true.
Ay,
It's
Dios
very
mío.
true. So you were just nominated for best web series,
Best actor too. That's crazy.
best actor.
Best actor. I'm
actor.
nominated.
No,
Best-
let me
no,
stop. Yeah,
best-
that you are.
Yeah.
Very true.
Thank you. Yeah, for Dad Repeat. Again, it's another project that's close to my heart. It's you know, fatherhood, especially in the Latino community, and you know, even as Afro Latinos, you know, there's a misrepresentation or even just like, you know, a stereotype that we also don't see the other side of it, like on TV or movies or anything like that, where, you know, especially us that were born here, second generation of, you know, we're not raising our kids how we were raised. Like, you know, we're very
No.
conscious of the mistakes and stuff. Like, I'm not gonna say mistakes, but just how they were brought up and not how we're brought up. And also a lot of that has to do culturally because we're here, you know, it's not in the old country, but also the fact of like, you know, there's fears, you know, we go through awkward. I mean, we don't have the physically have the kids, but you know, once they're here, it is a very much a thing where the man has to take, you know, if you are a legit
A real
person with
man.
your scruples on, you know that is
A real man.
yeah,
You can say it. You can say it.
a real man, yeah. You know, I made it my business when my daughter was born, like, you know, I like, you know, children are born with a natural relationship with their mother because, you know, it's part of the mother. They come from the mother physically. It's a whole thing that we can't, you know,
Relate to.
We're there. Estamos ahí. Dije, okay, that, you know, tocando tambores, we in the back, but we're not singing. We're not singing anyway. But I made it my business. You know, I told my my child's mother, I said, you know, when she gets up at night to cry, every time I'm gonna get up. I want to build that relationship with my kid because, you know, it was also for me a thing like, you know, I didn't have a great relationship with my dad, you know, and he's great. He took care of me and he was always around and all this other stuff. But, you know, we didn't have that emotional connection. And like, you know, when kids fall, the first thing they cry is for mommy and stuff like that. And I was like, nah, I want my kid to be confused and not know who to say. Mommy. They don't know what to say. They like your parents when they say all your names. Hey, Jesus, Alberto. I mean, they never say your name. Yeah, like that. I wanted that from
They
her.
never say your name when they mad.
They say your name last. You're the last one. Yeah, and I'm like,
Go through the whole
yeah.
list.
Yeah. You mentioning kids that ain't even yours, Mom. What the hell is that? So it was one of those things where I was like, I want to have that, you know, with my daughter, and I like, luckily I do, and she's amazing. Beautiful. She got to be in the series with me. She got to do
awesome.
Yeah, because she wants to do the whole thing too. I think she's a little bit action, a little bit more dramatic than I am, but
that's your fault.
She got it. Yeah, she got it.
Where did she get that from, I wonder?
I don't know.
No será de su papá, no.
No. Yo soy un hombre serio. So yeah, it's been cool that, you know, we did this. It was a thing like, you know, I was doing these male mental checkups with guys that I knew especially when we were COVID, you know, guys don't always get them. I'm very much like, since my daughter was born, it's like, yo, you got to get in touch with your emotions. You have to learn how to feel. You can't be like a callous person. You have to spread that empathy. And it's not even about the whole machismo thing anymore. It has to be like, yo, like, we're human beings. Like, let's forget about all that. So, you know, there was a group of guys that we weren't particularly close before COVID, but, you know, it was a thing where like, hey, we start checking up, and my friend Rick Herrera, you know, he's a writer, and he says, I'm gonna have this idea for like these dads, and I thought about you, and then we would sit down, and I would tell him stories of like what was happening, and he started incorporating it into the series, and yeah, and then it ended up like, you know, it's us, it's me, it's always gonna have comedy in it, it's always gonna have, but I had to have like these scenes with my dad, well, fictional dad, but you know, it was really cathartic. And I'm doing drama, which is like, you listen, I tell a joke, people laugh, the camera got laughs. I know it's working. Something's working. You do some shit, you crying, and then you just look and everybody's like,
Damn.
I don't know. You know, it was one of those things. Like, I don't know. It's like, how are you? It's how no, because it looked fake. I don't know. You know, that kind of shit.
You wanted tears the way the same way you get laughs, right? You wanted people crying,
right?
You wanted to cry in the audience.
No, but they go, all right, that was a good take. Let's do 3 more. Oh shit! Wow. Yeah. But it was cool to like. I've always wanted to do drama anyway, you know. But when people call you for stuff, they're like, "Oh, you're the funny guy," whatever. So I to be able to use those chops and then like to have actual people like, and I got nominated, and I'm like,
that's
oh,
awesome.
okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I'm very like I'm humbled.
Congratulations!
Congratulations!
Salud to many more.
Yeah, thank you. I'm humbled, and you know, it's like I feel blessed right now. There's a lot of like little. Today I got there's another project I'm a part of that got nominated in another festival, which is called I Am Not Okay. And that's speaking on like, you know, the whole racial tension that happened during the protests that were going on. And I play a very, very, you know, this character. I'm a Cuban, but I don't think I'm black. You know, eso es por los morenos que están allá afuera, boy. You know, so for me to play that, you know how pro-black I am, friends. You know, I'm like, yo, los negritos committee. That's
I know.
I wear my negrito shit. Like you know. But for that to play that, I was just like, I had to shake that shit. Like I was weird, you know, because that's something that I've been fighting my whole life. But it was dope. And the project came out great. I can't wait for everybody to see it, you know.
That's awesome.
I love the fact that the projects you're involving yourself with, everything has a message, everything has a purpose, everything is to basically educate and spread a message, from Bodega Makeover to healthy
positivity, baby, growth,
to teaching people how to be, you know, teaching men how to be more emotional and liberated with their feelings and being better fathers. And now, you know, a cultural stereotype, let's say.
I'm trying, like, again, I did so many years of like silly shit, you know, of silly stuff, and it's fun. I still do, you know, that's never gonna, but you know, you get to a certain age where you're like, hey, like, what's your purpose? What is your purpose? You know, and I know for a long time my purpose was to, as silly as it is, you know, just to bring happiness to people. And you know, there were times where I was like, oh, should I be doing this and whatever? Because I don't do it for money. I've been broke for a long time. That shit it don't faze me no more. Yeah. As you can tell, like, yeah, I got a job. I got a real job, you know, and I still do what I gotta do, right? Hey, I got kids. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like comedy, laughs don't pay bills. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it was the thing where like I loved doing it and it was great. And I knew, like, you know, there were times where like I doubted and people would send me messages like, oh, you know, I lost a family member and I saw your show and this helped me out. And then you're like, okay, I'm on the right path. These are things that I'm doing. And then all of a sudden, like these doors started opening up when I started, like, you know, I kind of opened myself up to the universe too, as far as like, hey, I want to do more, you know, with what I can do. Because sometimes you want to do so many things, you end up doing anything, you know, or you stay stuck in the whole stage. And I'm like, I'm going to start little bites here and there and producing and writing and doing whatever I can here and there. And then hopefully, you know, and then it's just funny because like I did all these projects at separate times and everything's like coming out now. So it looks like I've been like, yo, man, you've been doing so much. I was like, dude, I did that like throughout like 6 months. I'm like, yo estoy esperando la próxima, ¿qué es lo que tú estás hablando? You know, but, no, I'm blessed. I'm grateful. You know, I thank God. This is all great. You know, especially in this business. Like I said, those are the stuff that I, you know, getting people to like, hey man, that your project is great, or this changed for me. You know, the amount of people that have come up to me after David and told me, hey, you know, I talked to my dad after I saw that episode, or, you know, the episode where you did with the letter and this and that, you know, and then even the same thing with the Bodega Makeover stuff, you know, there's people that are like, you know, you really may open my eyes to like, you know, the what we were putting into our bodies or even into our kids' bodies, you know, not necessarily even a place that I'm going to, or we're going to go, or looking for change, but they're seeing it within themselves. And that kind of stuff that's the kind of stuff that keeps me going. You know, that's the stuff that inspires me. And like, that's great. I will prefer that any day. You know, making one person's life better for me is worth more than anything in the world.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
That's fucking great. You're
And
doing
you know-
amazing things.
Oh, thank you. And because of that, you know, the universe opens up to you, and
Yes.
you may not get everything that you want, but you get everything that you need.
Yeah.
And I'm beyond grateful for that. Like, I
And
don't
everything comes when it needs to come, not on your time.
know. And it's like I said, you get what you need. And I've never, you know, I gotta think like I've been able to I've been in the business for a minute, and I've been able to scrap and, you know, get people to know who I am and stuff like that. But it's fine. Like, I'm good where I'm at. I don't, you know, I don't audition. I'm not like a full-on actor like everybody else. I rather like create my own projects and write my own stuff, because when I did go on auditions and stuff like that, it was like, all right, you're drug dealer number 1, or like snitch number 2, and that kind of
Right.
stuff. Like, I could have been
Right.
on Law and Order 4
They
or
want to
5
put you in
times.
a box.
Yeah,
'Cause
and
you're Latino.
I'm like,
So that's
can
how
I
you
play
fit.
a
That's your
Southern? Can I do
profile.
some? Yeah, can I do something with a Southern accent? Like, they're like,
Right.
Yes, you can, darling, and
Right.
I'll be your peach cobbler, honey. I said
There you go.
I'll
You
be
can be
your
my Southern
Savannah
belle.
Don't forget that shit,
from
bitch.
day one. With those broad shoulders and that strong back.
What
Hey,
was
now.
that? Was that in Florida? Was that
Well,
when
I
we
mean,
went to
look,
South
this
Beach?
is
When
That's
did
one of-
when did I do that? I did
It
that
was
shit in
South
public.
Beach.
I did that shit in public. Where
Good.
was it? It was
It
no,
was-
we went to the Keys.
We went to the Keys.
We went to the Keys. We went to the Keys, and there was this big Southern hat.
And
That's
you
the
put
only
it
way you
on.
can
Passing at the all. I put that shit on, and there was a man passing by, and I was like, Henry, don't you want some of this peach cobbler? And the guy turned around, and I was like, I'm talking to you, honey, with those strong legs.
It was hysterical.
And he was like, and these bitches are just dying.
I was dead. I couldn't believe she had done that shit. We had no idea who the dude was.
We need to hang. We need to hang. That's
We
my
do,
I like my
miss
MO.
you.
Yeah, because I listen. I'll embarrass all of y'all. That's great.
Don't get embarrassed
Don't
that
tell me
easy.
not to do nothing. Yeah, don't tell me not to do nothing, because I'm gonna do it. But no,
I'll
I
be
mean,
calling
look,
and be like, guys, can you bail me and Jerry out of jail?
yeah. Listen, I listen. There was a couple close calls with me and Rachel, so you
I
know,
believe you.
Oh, I'm sure.
yeah,
Oh my God, I can't.
yeah.
I believe you. I believe you. We've had so much fun with you today. You have to promise you'll come back.
Yes.
I absolutely. And first of all, thank you so much for having me on, ladies. This has been so much fun. No, I'm honored and privileged to be here. I'm humbled that you guys asked me to come on. I feel
course.
like legit and grown coming on, and just, you know. Next time I'm gonna sneak in some wine into work, and then we get yeah. I'm gonna have you now que sea un flash.
Un flash.
Eso es un flash.
Una canequita, una canequita.
Yeah.
For the little ones. Thank you so much, Jerry, for being on the show. We've had
Thank you
a
so
great
much,
time.
ladies. I appreciate you.
Amazing.
Thank you for having me on.
May
Please,
God
yeah,
bless you and continue doing all the
Yes,
great things you're
continue,
doing and
continued
inspiring
success.
and motivating and
Yes.
teaching and opening
Yes.
people's minds and hearts to good, positive shit, man.
Thank you. I
Cheers.
appreciate
You
that.
have a
Yes.
table full of supporters here.
I
Yes.
appreciate that, ladies. Thank you so much. And keep up the great work. I love the show.
Thank you. Don't go
Thank
anywhere.
you.
Don't hang up. Don't go
Okay, I
anywhere.
got you. All
We'll
right.
be right back with a segment with Jessica and her fantastic finds. We'll be right back.
Khloe Kardashian's new line, Good American, her jeans. I can't even tell you. Your ass is plump, your waist is tiny. It's so beautiful. It fits like a glove. They are originally very expensive, but you have to dip in her website to get those sales. So it was like $138, I think, the jeans. And I winded up paying $50, y'all. Yo, these are so pretty. I can't even tell you. They fit beautifully, beautifully. And you can't go wrong with that. She's always throwing some sales. They got some ribs, they got no ribs. I mean, if you want to wear it to work, but the fit to the jeans is like a nice glove. They're beautiful. Bio. And then we have the New York & Company. I didn't know how trendy they were. And I was very surprised how trendy they were. I really loved their jackets. They were amazing. They come in every style. They come in different style, button down, zipper up, flare at the bottom. All colors, bright colors, neutral colors, just the classic colors for $39, y'all. Please go. Hey y'all, so what did you think about my fantastic finds?
Oh my God, I loved it. You know me, I love me a jacket and those jeans. I cannot wait to get a pair.
I want to try those jeans.
Listen, go into her website. It is goodamerican.com. And I'm telling you now, you get 50% off. I'm not even 50% off. You get $50 off your first pair of jeans. But I waited for the sale. Because like right now, they're having a sale.
Okay.
Because she has like a 25% off and then a 25% off on top of that. Yo, when I saw the price of those jeans, I was like, I'm gonna try it.
That's
and I only
awesome.
bought one pair just to try. Ay, qué bonito. I love them.
They look very nice. I like them.
They're so pretty.
They look pretty.
Very nice.
And as far as the jacket,
I'm a jean person.
Yeah. As far as the jacket, I loved it. And I think we all jumped on that bandwagon.
Yes, we did.
We will show you
that
in Jessica's Fabulous Find segment a picture of
how
us
we all did it.
Yes, a picture of us all with those moto jackets and how we all did it.
We killed it.
Yes, and
we
found
did.
and we found what worked for us. We all had picked out our individual style, individual colors, and we made it work. And I think not because it's us, those pictures came out amazing.
They did. They did.
We sure did.
I love that. I'm
Yeah.
actually gonna go and purchase a pair of those jeans. I heard that they work really well for curvy women.
Very well. I mean, if you go on the website, you can see because every woman of every size has it on. So you can see what it looks like. So
Nice.
try it.
That's
try
awesome.
it.
I am. Thank you.
Mhm.
Good looks. I love it. So go to what is it?
Good American.
Goodamerican.com for those jeans,
Yes.
American Company for the jacket. And stay tuned. We'll be right back with our final remarks. We'll be right back.
I have to read.
Hi, everyone. So, ladies, what did you think about our show today? Our topic, our guest, he was so amazing. We had such a blast with him. And Jessica's fantastic finds. I think we had a phenomenal show.
I think so
We
too.
did. Yeah, I loved our guest. He was
Oh
so
my God,
fun.
he's so phenomenal.
Yes. Very motivating, inspiring. I loved him.
True charm, true charm.
Yes, I love the fact
Thank-
that everything he does has, although it's comedic, it has a hidden message behind it.
Yeah.
It has a purpose, and it's driven to helping either people in the community or just putting out positive messages.
Positivity, growth,
yeah, it's empowering.
knowledge.
It's empowering.
It's power. It's so great. It's just great.
Yes.
It's really, really great what he's
Yes,
doing. All his work.
I think he's
Many
amazing.
blessings to him.
Yes, and he's also a very talented writer, producer, actor. So thank you so much, Jerry, for being on the
Yes,
show.
thank you,
Had
Jerry.
a blast. A blast.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you everyone for watching our show. Make sure to tune in next week where we will be talking about getting ready for the holidays.
Do you guys like this time of the year? How do you get ready for the holidays? Tune in Wednesday on YouTube to hear all about it.
And guys, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and now you can tune in and listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music at Wine and Wisdom 5.
And don't forget to take a few minutes to sip some wine and share a little wisdom. See you next time.
Ciao.
Bye.